And I'm thrilled to have Damien DeVasto with us today. And Damien, we're talking before the show. We've known each other a long time.
We have.
Many, many years.
We have. By the way, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
When was it?
It was October 5th.
October 3rd.
Happy birthday.
We should get together on the 4th.
There you go. Happy birthday, too. And we've got, of course, a 25-year anniversary. We've got a lot going on. Weddings, anniversaries, birthdays.
Yes, and to Kevin, what a wonderful celebration.
Oh, yeah. And Mary, saintly. She might
obviously.
be the next saint.
Yeah.
Well, the Order of Malta, it's almost 1,000 years old, right? Tell us about the roots of the order, because I'm very interested in it.
Sure. It's just recently celebrated our 900th anniversary. I don't know if it's been specifically determined, but it's, I believe, the third oldest religious order in the Catholic faith, which is remarkable. And it was founded by Brother Gerard, who was tasked with providing care for pilgrims making their way to the Holy Land. And from that sprang the hospitaller nature of the order, caring for those not only in our faith but for others who have the need for care and for Christ's love. And then further from it sprang the need for the protection of the pilgrims who are making their way to the Holy Land. And of course, you know, and we know from our history, it was a challenging time. And as pilgrims made that extraordinary journey to the Holy Lands and to come closer to their faith and to Christ, there was great tumult and challenge. And so from our initial roots, it was to care for those pilgrims and then further to defend them. And some of the very things that were at our founding have gone on to inform our current mission.
Well, I think of the Middle East today, and for some locations, if you say you're a Catholic, that's a dangerous thing. Yeah,
there's no question. Sometimes it's remarkable. There's any number of challenges and a journey that we're on as a faith community throughout the world. But when you look at what Catholics are experiencing, whether it's in the Holy Land or other parts of the world, it's dangerous to be Catholic. And so as a part of whether it's the Order of Malta or any number of other groups, or us as a faith community, we really need to care for our brothers and sisters as they practice their faith.
Well, the Order of Malta does so many good things, as you suggested. Tell us, let's go into it a little bit more. Tell us some of the things they do.
Sure. So you probably know of the Order of Malta any number of ways. So as a Catholic, say in Boston, you may be at a celebration that you see folks in the robes. So that's sometimes an identifier. You see the robes, which are black and have the Malta cross on it, which symbolizes the Beatitudes. So in and of itself, that's often an identifier. But further, any number of people across the Catholic world and the world itself know of the Order of Malta through our work with Lourdes. The pilgrimage to Lourdes, which is just a remarkable and beautiful journey, as well as any number of the other things that we do worldwide. We have a humanitarian organization, Malteser International, which brings out care for those who are undergoing any number of things, whether it's natural disasters or just some of the ongoing things that are needed across the world. So on a direct level, even here in the United States through some of the recent hurricanes, Malteser is down there along with other aid organizations to provide support to those in need, but we do that across the world as well. We have roughly 13,000 members.
Wow.
But in addition to that, we have probably somewhere in the region about 70,000 to 80,000 people who are employed by the order, whether it's through Malteser International, our humanitarian work worldwide, whether it's our hospitals or our care agencies or any number of the other things that carry out our mission.
So bringing the glory of God to so many people.
Yeah.
I was surprised to learn that, because I didn't know much about the Order of Malta, you serve as the chair. So what is your territory? What does that mean to be the chair?
Sure. So with the worldwide organization, of course, in as much that you have a leader, and the Order of Malta is a lay religious order. And that's a very unique structure within the Catholic Church. So we have a Prince and Grand Master who has taken vows, and those are vows much like brothers and priests, vows of chastity and obedience, and that provides the religious component to the Order of Malta. There are different classes, and And when you are invited to join the Order of Malta, you're formed, you make vows, and you embrace those callings. And for us to live out our calling on a local level, there's regional groupings. And for here in the Boston area, that's all of the New England states aside from Connecticut, so that we come together as a community and live out our calling in any number of ways. And as the area chair, you're the person who, while you might have a title of some sort, the reality is as a community you collaborate and work together. So in my role, you're really engaging other members of the community, your confreres, to live out that calling and to bring Christ to those in need. And our calling is, in a very direct way, which is rooted and informed by Blessed Gerard's founding, is to help the Christ and be his hands for those who are often on the margins and often overlooked, to seek them out and to bring Christ's love to them. Further, as a part of our military tradition, while we don't have arms any longer, thankfully, we do stand as a part of our mission to defend the faith and to nurture her. And through those two important components to our charism, we find our way to closer to Christ.
Well, Damien, we're running out of time, unfortunately. How can people who are interested learn more about the order?
Sure. So I think I had shared with Bonnie our website, and certainly please find your way to that. Look at some of the opportunities we have locally that you could help participate in the ways by which we live out our calling and mission and helping those who really are calling out for Christ's love.
Well, as always, a pleasure to have you with us, Damien. We'll have to have you back again because you do so many different things.
Yeah.
It's not just the Order of Malta, you do many different things.
Well, thank you, and I thank you for your ministry, and Kevin and Bishop and Bonnie and all that you do here. At this point, certainly as Catholics we need to communicate, and you do a remarkable job in that. We're grateful.
Well, you could come back anytime.
Yeah.